Hey everybody, Matt Master here, and I'm coming at you with another video for hack support. I'm sorry I didn't upload the other two videos for the talk. I just thought this internet spin here is a little bit, it's a bit slow. The last one took a while to upload. I'll upload the other two probably whenever this one comes up. I just thought this one was a bit more important because the other hack support one got a lot of feedback and stuff from it, so I thought this will be a really good continuing series. So this one of hack support, I like saying that, is for Drago-Unities called Drago-Unity or something like that. I'll figure something out. So Drago-Unities, I love that deck. It was a really fun deck. I never really played it competitively. I only ever bought one structured deck and just messed around it with a friend and all that stuff, but it just was just a fun deck. I liked it. Like the concept of dragon riders, because dragons are one of my things. Like spellcasters, warriors, or dragons are my main ones. So any of those, I'm most likely gonna play, and yeah. But this was just amazing, and it was with the synchro. It was kind of a lackluster archetype because it was part of dual terminal, but it didn't play that big part in the major story arc of it. But it was still a really good archetype. You know, equipping monsters to other monsters, synchroing up into some dragon riding knights. But there were a few holes in it. Like some searching support, and from at least my view, their synchro knights, the big boss monsters they had, were a bit lackluster, especially now. But even back then, it was still a little bit lackluster. And now that we have Ravine at 1, and we got Lance, maybe they'll give us some more support, because they are making more Gem Knight support. And it was at the same time, so why not give us more Dragunity support? So I got 3 here. Is it 3? I believe it's 3. Yes, it is 3. These are all monsters. I was going to make spells or traps, but they have a big amount of spells. They don't have any traps specific, but there's traps already for dragons and wind beasts and wind type monsters, so it doesn't really need that much archetype specific traps, but some of the actual monsters need some support. So I start one of each. So this one is called Dragunity Gladius. Hope you guys can hear me. Let me move up a little bit. Alright, here we go. First one's called Dragunity Gladius. It's a level 3 Wind Dragon Tuner, just like all the dragons are. 500 attack, 500 defense. Of course, it's not going to be a beater. Its effect is, if this card is used as a synchro material, return it to the hand. So, get to research a few things. No, not research. Reuse a few things. Refresh, restart, all that stuff. And if this card is equipped to a monster while you control a face-up dragon-type synchro monster, it doesn't have to be archetype specific, but there, on your side of the field, you contribute the equipped monster, then special summon one Dragunity synchro monster from your extra deck, and this summon counts as a synchro summon. Helps you get off your synchro plays a little bit faster. I know there's a bit restriction that it has to be equipped to a monster, and you also have to have a synchro dragon, but there's a few combos with it being able to return to the hand after it is synchro summoned. So use it as a synchro material, synchro summon to a monster, return it back to your hand, equip it to another monster, tribute off that monster to special summon another synchro monster. Bada boom, bada boopy. Really quick and easy. Next one is Dragunity Sparta. This is a level 4 Wind Wing Beast monster, so it's one of the knights. Knight stuff. Hold on a second, guys. I know it's allergies and stuff. Its attack is 1800 with 1400 defense, so it's a bit of a beat stick, but not too big, just enough to get over stuff. Its effect: if this card was sent to the graveyard, special summon it during the end phase. So this card was sent to the grave, from hand, field, deck, all that stuff. No matter what, special summon it back to your graveyard. So again, with the refresh and recycle, which helps out with the deck, since you can't. There are searchers and there are stuff like that, but it's not consistent. This is all to make it a bit more consistent. When this card is special summoned, you can activate one of the following effects. The first one is you can decrease this card's level by 1, then equip one Dragon-type Dragunity monster from your graveyard to this card. Or you can decrease this card's level by 2, then equip one Dragon-type Dragunity monster from your deck to this card. So, this one you would pair up with Gladius. So if you don't have a Gladius in your hand or all that stuff, and you have this monster and it's in the grave, you special summon it, you can use its effect, equip Gladius back from your deck onto this card, or if Gladius went to the graveyard not from a synchro summon through the tribute and stuff, you can equip it to it, and boom, you can either use Gladius effect to special summon another monster as long as you have a synchro dragon type, or you use some of the other effects of some of the other Dragunities, special summon the Gladius to your side of the field, then go for one big synchro. Plus, with the level modulation, if you don't have the exact levels, like if you're a couple over, you can use this, get a monster, and get your wombo combos off. And speaking of synchros, I have the last one is one of the synchros. It's called Dragunity Knight Claymore. It's a level 7 Wind Dragon synchro monster. It's an effect, of course. One Dragunity tuner and one or more monsters. So you need a Dragunity tuner, but you don't need Dragunity monsters as the rest. So you can use anything else. So if you have a synchro, use that. Okay, its attack is 2800, 2000 defense. Decent. That's about like Construct is now, so not that bad. Effect: when this card is synchro summoned, you can target up to 2 dragon-type Dragunity monsters with different names in your graveyard and equip them to this card. So, and it doesn't have to be just the standard ones. It could also be what's it called? The synchro ones. Grant, I don't think you'll do synchros. Grant, there's probably some wombo combos. I'm not 100% fluent with the deck, but I still think that, well, I don't know what I was going to say there, but there are combos I know that have you equipping your synchros or your other, like Arma Levitant and all that stuff to your monsters, and special summoning to your side of the field and all that stuff. So it gives you those options. But it also allows you to equip ones that you used before, like I know some of them have like piercing damage, or special summon other ones to the field and all that stuff. So it helps beast this guy up. Yeah. And its other effect is if this card is destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effect, return all equipped Dragunity cards on this card to your hand. So synchros go to the deck, but it allows you to if this card is destroyed, you get to refresh your hand with the cards. That's all what this support is. Consistency. Might not search as much, what one of them does, but it allows you to constantly keep on getting plays off. This is what I believe the deck needs. If you guys think differently, write down in the comments and I will readjust later. I believe that this one is one of the ones that might need a second episode for this. Maybe, who knows? We'll go for that later. But there are ways that this deck could be not tier 1, maybe not tier 2, but a higher tier, maybe not a higher tier kind of competitive deck, a rogue deck and all that stuff, but a very fun deck to play, especially since we have Ravine at 1. That gives us the possibilities. It's not going to be the best deck out there, but it will be an amazingly fun deck. Well, dragons are always a fun deck to play, aren't they? I think they are. Well, that concludes all of it. I hope you guys like it. Check out my other video of Hawk support. Check out the rest of my videos. The other 2 videos for me talking before will be up as soon as possible. And I'm going to be putting up a few more videos now that I'm out of school. This will be a recurring, hopefully, once a week thing. I'm not sure when I'll do it, probably during the weekends and all that stuff, but this is hopefully going to be a weekly thing, a weekly series. And write down in the comments what other archetypes that you believe need more support, and I will hopefully be able to make cards that I believe that they need. So give me your ideas of this stuff, other archetypes you want me to do, and that's about it. Peace out, guys. Keep dueling.